Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel named Learning to Learn. So first of all, आप मेरे चैनल को फॉलो कर सकते हैं. उसके अलावा आप मुझे वेरियस प्लेटफॉर्म पे फॉलो कर सकते हैं, लाइक लिंक्डइन, आप मुझे वहाँ फॉलो कर सकते हैं, इंस्टाग्राम, फेसबुक, ट्विटर, that was Twitter and Instagram, as well as I'm a verified educator on Unacademy. मैं Unacademy पे NTA UGC नेट कैटेगरी में पढ़ाती हूँ. ओके, अपार्ट फ्रॉम ऑल दिस, आज हम क्या करने वाले हैं? टुडे इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट डे बिकॉज आज से हम लोग पेपर 1 की प्रिपरेशन कंटिन्यू करने वाले हैं. ये वीडियो मैं ऑलरेडी इंग्लिश में अपलोड कर चुकी हूँ. तो अगर इफ़ यू मोर कंफर्टेबल इन इंग्लिश, इफ़ यू वांट द एंटायर you can say lesson or the lecture in English, what you can do is just go to the comment section below and just click on the English version of this particular lecture. Okay, तो और जो हिंदी में कंफर्टेबल है वो ये पूरा लेक्चर देख सकता है. अब सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट बात, मैं अनअकैडमी पे पढ़ाती हूँ. उससे भी इम्पोर्टेंट बात, मैं अनअकैडमी पे स्पेशल क्लासेस लेकर आ रही हूँ एंड प्लस क्लासेस लेकर आ रही हूँ. दीज आर द 2 प्लस क्लासेस विच आर गोइंग ऑन. ये फर्स्ट क्लास है, ऑफकोर्स ये प्लस है तो आपको पे करना पड़ेगा, बट आप 18 डेज में एंटायर थिंग लाइक टीचिंग एप्टीट्यूड, रिसर्च एप्टीट्यूड, कम्युनिकेशन, ICT, पीपल एनवायरमेंट, हायर एजुकेशन सब कुछ कंप्लीट कर लेंगे ओनली इन 18 आवर्स, सिर्फ 18 घंटे में. एट द सेम टाइम इसी के MCQs हम लोग स्पेशल क्लास में करेंगे, तो वो आप फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट अटेंड कर सकते हैं. एंड वन मोर रिविजन सेशन वी आर कमिंग अप विद, एक्चुअली स्टार्ट हो चुका है, ऑफ मी, मधुसूदन सर एंड तलवीर सर. तलवीर सर पेपर 1 कवर करवाएंगे, पेपर 2 के MCQs थ्रू वेरियस थ्योरीज एंड MCQs, PYQs मैं कवर करवाऊंगी और मधुसूदन सर कवर करवाएंगे. सो मेक श्योर यू जॉइन Unacademy. Now let's start with today's lecture. So yes, this is one more new update that Unacademy is coming up with again, Unacademy Accelerate. So what is Unacademy Accelerate? Unacademy Accelerate is a way so that students can get free scholarship of Unacademy if they are talented enough. So what you have to do is you have to enroll to this Unacademy Accelerate, give all the questions as on Sunday from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. and if you are able to score first rank, you'll get 100% scholarship on your Unacademy subscription, and if you get a lesser rank, then you'll get more discount. Okay, there are certain rules to it, just go through the rules, and I hope this will help you a lot to gain Unacademy subscription, and this Unacademy subscription will help you a lot. Okay, now let's start with today's topic. As discussed earlier, what we did in the last session was this: we started with modes of teaching and we did different modes of teaching, correct? So we were able to complete all the large group teaching modes as there in the screen, that is, you can say lecture method, team teaching method and TV video method, as well as we did certain small group teaching method, its advantages as well as disadvantages. So if you did not watch the video, please go to the description box below or at the I button, just click on the I button, you'll get the entire link of the previous videos. Okay, so this is what we have done in the last session, and the notes of these will also be provided on Telegram channel. You can just go to the description box below. There will be a Telegram channel, and if you open that Telegram channel or you join the Telegram channel, you'll get all the links. Okay, all the notes actually. Now let's start with today's topic, small group teaching method. So we have already done group discussion method, seminar, panel discussion, brainstorming, etc. Now today we'll start with project method, role playing method, simulation, etc. So make sure you focus here first of all, and try to concentrate. If there are any problems, please do let me know. I'll try to help you out. Okay, so let's start with project method. What do we understand by project? Project is basically given to a group of people. There can be 4 people, 5 people, 2 people. It is usually given in groups, and you might have done in your initial years of learning when you were given a task to make a 3D model out of a thermocol or write a beautiful message on chart, poster making. These kind of competition or these kind of projects you might have participated, right? And through this you might have understood the meaning of teamwork, and this method actually helps people or students to bring together, develop the habit of critical thinking, etc. But project method has its own disadvantages, that is it requires additional resources and you need more money. Okay, I'm really sorry. Okay, moving forward, role playing. Now what do we understand by role playing? You can understand it as a skit. We used to play skit as a kids, like on the occasion of certain festivals, or on 15th August or on 26th Jan, we used to become, or we used to act like a freedom fighter. On Teachers Day, we used to act like a teacher, right? So all these kind of things are role playing. Role playing basically helps a student or a learner to actually understand what was going through the actual character which they are portraying right now. It can be like Mahatma Gandhi, Bhagat Singh, a teacher, or any other person, etc. And this helps to understand that what the person has to, or what the character had to go through, how are the real life situations, what actually happened, etc. So the advantages are, yes, it gives you a realistic view of real life situations, right? And you can get a feedback from the students, and there is a larger number of participations from lot of students. Whereas it can be a difficulty, or it can be a disadvantage, that there can be unpredictable outcomes, that student might understand this, might not understand this, etc. So it can be many things. Apart from that, we have simulation. Simulation is something very new and very recently developed, and which is one of the best methods. Suppose I want to learn how to fly aeroplanes. I want to become a pilot. Okay, so suppose I enrolled in the course and I gave the exam, whatever is required, and do you think on the first day of my course, will they just let me sit inside an aeroplane, an actual aeroplane, and tell me to drive? No, they won't. First, they will say exactly what is an aeroplane, how does it work, it's engineering, it's everything they'll explain. After explaining it, they'll give you a simulation. Now, what is simulation? They'll lock you in a room with the screens, and on the screen, there will be a video like a road, right? And there will be a controls, okay? And whenever you're controlling it, you'll feel like these panels are not panels, these are windows, and you're actually flying a plane. So this will give you a very good practice of flying a plane. This is similar to somewhat you play the online games where you drive a car, right? It is just like that. But the advantages here is you are in a locked room, so you are in a very safe space. Even by chance, if there is an accident happens, you're still at a very safe room. There is not an actual accident that is happening, it is just something virtual, right? So that is simulation. Simulation is very economical, very safe, and very, you can say, great to practice with that. But the thing is, it can become costly if the number of participants are less. That can be a case, that can be a disadvantage basically. But yes, simulation is used in a lot of courses right now. The next is tutorial. Tutorial can be personal tuitions which you might have attended in your younger days, where you might have gone to a teacher for personal tuitions after your school hours. Okay, so there used to be like 10 to 12 students along with you, and the teacher or the sir, they used to help you in your homework, in your classwork, and something you did not understand in the class. So that is called tutorial. Tutorial, the best advantage of tutorial is they give you personal attention to each and every student's needs. They move according to the student's speed, and they understand what the student is facing. So it is a bit more personal in nature. But yes, it is time consuming, because you have to spend time in school also, and then you have to spend time in tuition also, as well as it is tedious for a teacher, because she or he has to concentrate on each and every child. Next, demonstration. Demonstration means providing a demo. For this, I could take a simple example of Pepsi or Coca-Cola and Mentos. Suppose if you just drop a Mentos in a bottle or a can of Coca-Cola, what will happen? It will burst because of certain chemical reactions. We have seen this in a lot of YouTube videos and other videos, even on Discovery Channel. So what is this? This is a simple demonstration of how two things react with each other. In the same way, demonstration can also be provided in the lab, in science lab, etc. So that will help to exactly know what is going on. The student will be able to know exactly what is going on, and that's it, I guess. That is demonstration method. Moving forward, we have the last method, that is individual teaching method. Now, what do we understand by individual teaching method? Here, the teacher is only interacting with the student, only one student at a particular point of time. That is called individualized teaching method. Yes, these kind of methods exist. Now, suppose assignment. If a teacher has given you assignment like write an essay on your friend, write an essay on Indian education system, write an essay on Indian economic system. So what is this? This is basically an homework given to you to write an essay, and you have started writing it. As soon as you submit it and all the people in the class will submit it, what will happen? The teacher will collect it and start checking. So she will check one at a time. It means after completing your you can say essay, the teacher will shift towards the next essay. So that is when she is reading your essay, it is only the teacher who knows what you have written and only the student who has known what is written. So this is basically between two people only, not more than two people. So assignment, now the best advantages of assignment is independent working. A student can work independently without in a group or something, and a student can decide what to include in the essay, what not to include in the assignment, etc. Whereas the disadvantages is, the biggest disadvantages is, many people copy the essays from online or their assignments from online from their friends, etc. So this basically eliminates all the benefits of it. The next is case study. Yes, it is mostly used in medical as well as business. After explaining a theory or a certain concept, what the teacher can do is, the teacher can give a real life scenario and ask the student, how would you react on this particular situation, or how would you respond? With this, a student will get a realistic idea that what exactly is to be done in this kind of situation. That is what called case study. So it prepares a student for the practical approach, that actually how do we need to tackle this particular situation. Whereas yes, it is not useful for every kind of subject. It can be only used for certain kinds of subject. Moving forward, computerized instructions. Yes, it is just like your computer apps or your mobile apps where you learn a lot of stuff, right? So with the help of computers, you can able to learn more, remember more, practice more. For this an example could be typing master, where you learn to type as fast as possible. The typing master will tell you how many mistakes you have made, how many errors you have done, what is your speed or word per minute, etc. So that will help you to increase your practice more and more. So yes, it gives you a regular feedback, but yes, it becomes monotonous and boring after a particular period of time. Moving forward, personalized system of instruction. It is just like computer instructions, but here according to the students, personalized instructions are made according to the progress or according to the speed of the student. So it is based on the mastery of learning. Yes, that how much you have learned and how much it is still remaining. And yes, it is not suitable for a very rapid changing courses, because then you have to make more customized things for every student. The last but not the least is interactive video. Now what do we understand by interactive video? On Facebook and YouTube, you might have seen all these videos where they just show you a picture, they stop and they ask what is the wrong with the picture, or they'll show you two pictures, they'll ask what is the difference between two pictures, and you try to figure it out. After 15-20 seconds, they resume the video and they say that this was the thing wrong with the picture, or these were the differences, and you might have not noticed. So what is this? You feel that this is an actual live video, right? I'm able to interact, but that is not live, that is already recorded. That is called an interactive video, which you feel it is a live video, but it is a recorded video. It is recorded in certain style that you feel it is live. So that is interactive video. So that is real life experience you can get, and it does require resources like you need a computer or a smartphone or active internet connection. So these were the most popular, or most, you can say, different types of modes of teaching. I hope you have understood this video. If there are still any doubts, please do let me know. Download the notes through Telegram app and try to revise more and more as the exams are approaching, and just like, so that I understand you're liking, you're understanding what it is taught. And mention in the comment section below if I'm going in the right direction, so I can come up with more and more videos in the future like this. So take good care of yourself, study hard, bye bye.